You know what the definition of insanity is? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And in this video, I'm going to talk about that. Everything starts with you. You are in a lot of things, most of the things, the problem and the solution at the same time. Because if you really think about it, you are the only thing you will ever know. And when you start to realize that in a good way and start to profit from it, everything changes. Because why blame other people or situations when really everything starts with you? Start blaming yourself in a healthy kind of way. Because then at least you learn from it and not feel irritated at other people. Because nobody has accomplished anything with that mindset. A lot of the successful people you know think like this. They blame themselves for anything. And that's a good thing if you do it right. Because you are the only thing you'll ever know. What I want to say with this kind of mindset is the moment you realize your brain is the only thing you'll ever experience probably and are experiencing right now, you can really use it to your advantage and shape the world how you want it to be basically. That's what I want to say. And when you're not doing this, when you blame other people, you basically give the power out of your hands basically. Because you're like, oh, I can't do anything about it. It may sound weird if you never did this, but you would be shocked at how some things may turn out if you start to implement this. For example, you want to go to the gym, but the schedule that day is really tight and you don't have a lot of room to fit a fitness and gym in it, basically. What most people would say is blame their work or their boss because it's really tight schedule and because of work you can't go to the gym. But what successful people would do, and a mindset I really like, if you hold yourself accountable for everything, you would just say, I'm going to just waking up really early and hit the gym before your work. You know what I mean? So it's just things like that make a really big difference over time. And another thing I noticed is the universe is really giving when you are willing to pay the price and sacrifice a lot of things. For example, cutting off toxic friends. It may hurt at the time and that's really normal. A lot of people experience this. And you feel like total shit when you do this. But over time, you'll start to meet new people and actually push you to become the best version of yourself. So then you realize it was worth it. But a lot of people are not built like that and are not willing to pay the price and sacrifice a lot of things. Don't be like this. Because small things become big results over time. I'll use the gym again, for example. 1 hour of working out a day doesn't seem like that much, really. But 1 hour a day over time will turn into many hours and there will be results from that and time will pass anyway, you know, so might as well use it. And the title of this video goes both ways, you know, when nothing changes, but when some things change or when everything changes, you know, because it's November already and a year is really nothing. When we were young, at least in my opinion, a year seemed like a really big amount of time. But it just goes by like this, man. And before you know it, 5 years have passed and there's a lot of things you could accomplish in 5 years. You could have already achieved everything you wanted if you started really early. So don't let time catch up on you. And a lot of things can happen really fast. As I said in my previous video, I basically got off my friend group and really didn't see them for a long time. But now I'm seeing them more often. And I start to realize it's not really in my favor. Because I notice with myself that I'm starting to blend in with their humor, their habits. And it's not like I'm participating in these habits, but it's becoming more tempting because you surround yourself with those people, you know. So I noticed it's time again to change that. So I'm going to distance myself again. And the universe will basically give you the same lessons until you learn from it and apply them. Also, stop waiting for motivation, man. If you still think you have to be motivated for everything, then I have some bad news for you. This is impossible. But the good thing is, change comes before motivation a lot of the time. Not always the other way. You can do things to become motivated and the results of the things you're doing will be the motivation. For example, again, in the gym, when you see results, that's really motivating and that can keep you going. I want you to delete one bad habit from your life after watching this video and watch what happens. Because as I said, a lot of small things will turn into big results. For example, if you're drinking too much alcohol, if you just change that a little or cut it out completely for a while, you'll notice big things for yourself. And also stop saying I will do it tomorrow, because why would tomorrow be different than today, you know? Ask yourself, why should I do it tomorrow instead of today? Why is tomorrow different? I know it's just coping mechanism, but it stacks onto each other when you say it a lot of times, and it's just not the right way. There is no such thing as a perfect moment. You create the perfect moment by starting, by creating, by taking action. And by doing this, you create momentum, and then a lot of opportunities come along. A lot of people don't realize this. Also, another thing I want to say is when you want a different lifestyle that you're living right now, you can't go running 3 times a week, 5 times going to the gym, eating healthy and sleeping well, and then in the weekends go out to your friends, your old friends, your toxic friends, and basically staying stuck in the lifestyle of partying. That just doesn't work, and you really can't go 100% with your new life, the life you want. I'm not saying you shouldn't see your friends at all, but it does matter which friends and what activities and the lifestyle you want. Because the pain of regret is bigger than the pain of discipline, always. And if you want a new lifestyle that's new to you, and new is scary, it's always scary. So you can go both ways, you know. You shouldn't be in your old lifestyle when you want a new lifestyle, because you know your old lifestyle and that's comforting. And your new lifestyle is big and scary, so you're more tempted to go back to your old life. That's something I notice for myself, sometimes still notice it, because it's not easy at all, you know, but it is important. You have to make sacrifices for what you want, it's that simple. Because you don't wake up with your dream life, your dream body, your dream wife. It's something you build over time, man, and that's something a lot of people don't really want to realize. But the thing I want you to remember, as I said, is you can change everything. When everything changes, you know, in a good way. So really try to remember that and not the negative side. So that's basically all I have to say I want to talk about. If you like this video and this content, or you can relate, you can like, subscribe, comment, and hopefully see you in the next one.